Hey! All right, it has begun. Hiya! Here we go. All right, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. Everybody, come on, let us move forward. That's still on we carry. That's still on we carry. Hey! He's a man of character, principles, discipline. Oh yes, understand. Are you ready? Get on board. That's still on we carry. I give the talk to you, ever somebody. A man of impeccable character, a man of principle, discipline, intelligent, so humble, God-fearing. Oh, he is Delon, 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 Delon. He is Delon, 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 Delon. The voice of the voiceless. We want Delon, FTV, Delon, FTV, Harris, Delon, FTV, Delon, FTV. We want Delon, FTV, Delon, FTV, Harris, Delon, FTV. Hi-cha! Sa- Oh, them ladies, beautiful ladies. I want to put your hands in the air and shout out Delon. I met this group of Yana boys way down outside, and they were looking at a picture of Darren Dillon. Then they started to say, money we don't have, diamond and gold we don't have. But in the name of the Almighty God, they trip for Dillon, they trip for Dillon, they trip for Dillon, they trip for Dillon. Everybody come and tell me, say, who you carry Dillon? I want you to shout and tell me, say, who you carry Dillon? Everybody come and tell me, say, who you carry Dillon? I want you to come and shout and say, who you carry Dillon? Dollar, Dillon, dollar, Dillon, dollar, Dillon.
Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you very much. This is Munel Kishen again. We all was on Facebook today. We saw everything that happened in Liberia. Says Levet Thompson, how are you, man? Long time haven't seen and heard from you, but you're always on anyway. You know, Liberians, a lot of Liberians are living in denial, especially when it comes to seditions. They don't know what they want, and they don't even know what they're getting. You know, I've been reading Facebook. I've been reading all the different messages, and these people hard to die. They are really zombies. They are hard to die. Hard to die. Hard to die. All kinds of posts. Oh, they borrowed the crowd. Oh, they did this. The last time that crowd was in Liberia, it was in 2005 when George Weah first came into the race. They put one new George Weah. We all supported him because we believe that he was clean. He was clean. Y'all hold on 1 minute. Yeah, sorry, my little one. By the time I got what the lawyer phone. Damn. If you get kids that ill. So, the people never knew what we were looking for. We all thought that Joshua was going to be one of the greatest because he was loved by the people, and thinking that he was going to really make the difference. People saw themselves in George Weah. Most Liberians, especially the young ones, they thought that George Weah was like them until he became president in 2017, 16, 17. And he showed a real one. But I left George Weah. By the time he became senator, I finalized that he was not the right person. We were making a big mistakes. And today, my video is out there. You can go and watch it. He will never change. He will be the same. He will never change. No matter how you win more, how we win Maserado, George Weah will still be the same George Weah. Arrogant, ignorance. He don't have that ideas. It's all about him. Him. Even from the days, it reminds me when I was all with the IE thing, and I've spoken to a lot of IE people, even from Barrow, the national team, and people realizing that yes, this was the George Weah. We thought it was only football because in football, the best players sometimes have a saying, it's a dictatorship game, football. The coach can go against you, you can be the best player. The coach says you're not playing, there's nothing, nobody gonna vote on it. But this man don't understand what they call leadership. He had never been a leader in his life. He was never captain for IE, never captain for the Lone Star until after the war. But we had a lot of greedy people, so we felt that, it's sad, and former peace ambassador cannot even bring peace to Liberia. So we only pay him. He bragged the other day. There was an interview with him. He said, "Oh, I'm the peace ambassador in Liberia. They pay me for that." Yes, he was on salary. He had a budget of $5 million. He used $500,000 and brought soccer players in the country, which he never gave no report. Ellen put him into a situation that there's nothing he can do to Ellen. But all in all, my friends, it is clear, the writing is clear on the wall. Unless your mind is blocked. We call people in Liberia today. This is the first time. I was not only monitoring the Dillon phone or the Spoon TV. I had other friends who were going live from the District 17 to Todi, District 1, up to District 12, District 13, and up to all in George Weah stronghold. This election is about George Weah. You look on the poster, you will see him. George Weah going from county to county, to campaign. To campaign because he thinks Liberians are stupid, but they show it to him. But let me give this information here. They were sitting today watching. They said no matter what they do, we don't care. They can bring the UN, they can bring the AU, they can bring whosoever who will do whatever want to do. Their plans is to cheat. Guys, call your people. It will be hard for them. It will be very, very hard for them. The world is watching George Weah. If President Weah tried anything, who the seditions, because you see, Liberians, we had to learn. We never realize something until it touches us. We never agree to see the big picture until we are affected. So, if President Weah denies the Liberian people of the vote and think that he's going to just stuff ballots or change results, he's making a big mistake. He will have people to contend with. He will have the people to contend with. The opportunity was right on George Weah's lap and he missed it. He threw it out, he blew it out. Just, it reminded me of George Weah playing soccer and how he got out of it. He got out of it by himself. He ran away. That's how George Weah left. He walked out of a contract. His last team in England, I think it was in Chelsea. He walked out because they were bringing him in 20 minutes, 30 minutes to game time. When we see this, nobody hate President Weah. This is not about football. This is not about friendship. This is not about whether I know you or not. This is about Liberia. We want the system to work for everyone. I don't want to go and register a business in Liberia, then I have to hide and put it in somebody's name because I don't want them to know that it's my name. And listen today. People are telling the world that I work I'm a civil servant, but I don't want them to see my face. Some of us will qualify. They cannot promote us. Some of us, they want to sleep with us. They want to do this. Listen to Liberians today talking. And let me tell you this today. Not all the people in the street. The silent voters were not there today. I can tell anybody that they will damage CDC. Because after CDC lost this election, it finished. Molba Molu, else whatsoever, they are out. And they had to die. Akara Gray posted something again and said, Darius Dillon was drunk driving and he killed somebody in the estate. But let me say this about Akara's grave. He knows very well. He took a girl from America here. He went to Liberia. He wanted to marry her. And her boss now dealing with the girl. And the information that coming out, the girl told the president that Akara Gray knew about the killing. He knows exactly because the day he ready to leave, he was exposed. And Akara Gray right now, he afraid for his life. He's scared. Let's ask Akara Gray when the last time he met President Weah. You know, it's so sad. They created a devil, and now the devil going after them. Like cat ear, baby going on right now. And I don't care about whether it affect them or not. But the fact is that, you know, we had to learn. When you look at, let me just say something. When the war started in Liberia, we never believed it that there was a war coming. We said, oh man, that thing just coming for 2 weeks. Oh, that thing was just coming. But let us pray for Liberia. Their plans, but you know, today March have discouraged them a little bit. But they still coming with different plans again. It's discouraged them. Like what happened in Cape Mount. I would not be surprised that Cape Mount and Bombing Hills, there will be a clash in that area before the election, 2 days before Tuesday. Because if they do not investigate, in fact, the American embassy, I think, have ordered them, they need investigation. They need to investigate. They tried to kill this Taylor guy, the candidate. And people coming from Sierra Leone into Liberia voting, and there's a guy who into Sierra Leone and he got placed in Liberia and he doing business in Liberia. This guy got money and he controlled that whole area and they almost killed this man. That is why today, at least for the first time, President, we are condemned the violence. He condemned the violence. This man had all the opportunity to make it right in Liberia, but he chose not to do it. He chose not to do it. He against his vice president. He against everybody, whoever utter a word against him. Look at Silencer. Silencer and George Weah, they are practically almost, I show they are cousin because the two mothers from River says. Diba shed tears on Spoon TV. It's not, Diba shed the tears because he won a job from George Weah. You know, one thing I respect Silencer for, he has his name, that's what he's living on. People will say all kinds of things about Diba. He this and that. But Diba was not one of the beggars when they were playing football. He still keep his little pride. He been consistent for the past 15, 17 years today that George Weah is not a leader. This what happened. NPA boss, Bill Twari, told Silencer that, listen, President Weah, I want to see you. He said, what? No. He said, let's go. You know, they took that guy to Foreign Affairs and kept James Diba sitting for 7 hours. And George Weah never met him and took the back row and left. He did it deliberately. That is the president, George Weah, that I know. This man gossip about you. You can be walking, coming to him with gossip. Look, I'm saying this because you don't know him. Someday I asked myself why I had to even get closer to President Weah at the time. You know, when I start thinking about some of the things that he said, I say, yes, that is what he's doing. Don't worry, when we take over the country, they will know us. My people, I'm comfortable. I'm working. I got family. I'm not suffering, and I will never suffer. I don't need to work in Liberia. I don't need a job in Liberia. But they will pay for everything that they're doing. Some of them, this is their last job ever in Liberia. They will never work in Liberia again. They will never. They will never work. But thank God, this young man they call Darius Dillon, the light, the Liberian people just gave him that opportunity. He came in the right time of everything. The right time. You know, I remember he was explaining his story, how he ran the first time, and some of the area had 2 votes, 5 votes, and whatsoever. But you see, Liberians, they are still good people in Liberians. Liberians are not stupid people. That's why I'm going to tell people, do not give up on Liberia. You must be consistent if you want for Liberian people to follow you. Just be consistent because they watch you. Darius Dillon, the opportunity was on his lap to be one of the super crook if he wanted to. He had a connection with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, work with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. He could be a criminal and steal enough, but he chose not to. He had an opportunity to even endorse Joshua and get a job. He became senator. His friends came to his side. Joseph came to say, listen, go and get yourself $100,000 loan so you can do this and that and that. Yes, which is true. It is not against the law because they got a steady job, 6 years job, that they believe that if they give you 100,000 and you commit your check to them, they can deduct the money at the end of your term. You can get the money back, which is true. But all that is corruption. It's corruption. That is why you see some senators and representatives, when they take over in less than 1 month, they have built themselves a house. That's a business. But he refused. He said no. Darius Dillon building a center is not for him. He made it clear that when I'm not senator tomorrow, I got nothing to do with it. I'm just the messenger. He's just the messenger. And he always said this thing, he's the light, and the people of Liberia, Montserrat County, are the hydro because they gave light to him. Light is sweet. If you tell me that today, never send a chill down your spine, never send the message out, one, you are not a patriotic Liberian. You are living in a bubble. You are being duped. You are being used by the sedition and CDC. I don't know, maybe they use medicine on you. That means your eyes are open, but you cannot see. Your eyes are open, but you cannot see. You have ears on your head, but you cannot hear. That is where George Weah put you. President Weah himself has been convinced that he cannot win Montserrat County. He's saying no matter he can lose any other counties, but he wants to win Montserrat County. He did, I don't know where they instructing superintendents to truck in 30,000. Well, how are you going to do it? 30,000 from each county to come into Montserrat and vote. Do not underestimate the power of the voters in Liberia. The crowd I see today, they were all voters. They're from Monrovia. They're all from, listen, this is the fun here. They are from the 17th district in Montserrat County. Nobody came from Basso. Nobody came from Bon County. Nobody came from nowhere. And even SKD could not hold Accra. Before I talk about 8 years, no place in Liberia could hold Accra. They shut the city down. Some people saying that's the new George Weah. Yes, we'll say that the new George Weah, but he don't have the ways of the George Weah we're talking about. Yeah. This is the first time you see people giving money. You don't have money, we give you money. No money, we don't care. People sinking. People sinking because for the first time, Darius Dillon brought life to people in Liberia in a sense to believe that there are still good politicians. And for the first time, because of Darius Dillon, other corrupt politicians are trying to repent and change. Look, I don't have problem with past politicians. You have made a mistake because that's how the system operated. So when you got in there, you decided to do your own thing. And some of you guys were earnest, but you'll get there. It's not easy. But now you say, look, everybody looking at Dillon. The 15 senators, what do they say? Brandon Samaka did this, but I believe that the 15 senators that within the CPP, they will be ready to cut the salary, that the balance of that money will be used for schools or hospital or something. The 15 senators this time around, the light is there. The light is there. Have you ever heard sedition singing around, say they want 2 or 3 Thomas Fala or Akara Gray, or they want 2 Magay? No. You hear people crying around, say, we wish we pray to God that we can get 10, we can get 2 Darius Dillon. Since Darius Dillon took over, do you know what it means for people to name the child after you? To name the child after you. 10 kids. Darius Dillon has proven This is the biggest. Is this election is not only in Liberia, people around the world watching. Today I was watching one of my American friends. And this guy is into African politics and he has glued to Liberian politics. He could not believe it. And this guy said something. He said he said your president is no different from Donald Trump. I said, why? He said the same old arrogant, the same attitude. I said, wow. He said, Kishan, I follow Liberian politics. I follow the politics in Ghana. The guy started name. Because this dude travel, he was in the military. He said, I live in Sierra Leone. He said, I live in Sierra Leone. And then we started a joke. He said, I bet you, maybe I got a child in Sierra Leone. And he said he sent a message out. He sent a message that if anybody who think that here, but they should get to him, because he said, Mune, I think maybe I got a child in Sierra Leone. That's how he spent his time. You know, I went to school in Sierra Leone. He said, I went to Kalahu, I went to Bo, I went to Kenema. I started naming. He said, Liberia. The guys, when this guy started telling me about our own Liberian history, he said, your president, all your presidents have been corrupt for a long time. And he was surprised. He thought President Weah was going to make the difference. For this guy to tell me that President Weah, as far as he's concerned, when he look at the ratio, the percentage for going 3 years, he's the most corrupt leader in Liberia, from Liberia, ever, for what he had done. And you know, it's sad. I will not call the name. There was a lady on the D-Flow show today. You know, when the children, you know, I love to see smart women. Eve were there were trying to explain. And this other girl, I will not call her name. I will not call her name on my show here. She was on D-Flow show. Yeah, President Weah got money. She started insulting. When you open your legs and this is, you won't work. President Weah got money. He was a millionaire. He played football. But let me say this. Liberians do not pretend when they are rich. Don't let no one fool you. President Weah started his professional career from RE, which was now a professional. His first semi-pro team was Tonel Club from Cameroon. When he went there, he spent 6 months. 1988, 1990, in 6 months he left for Monaco. He started playing. So 1988 to 2002, President Weah, then a soccer player, George Weah, athlete, built 2 houses in Liberia in his whole career. And not even a decent house, because they got Liberians who got a better house than the one he had on 9th Street. Even when his friends went to Liberia, I can still remember when he had a peace tournament, Terrible West, people who were around him say, Josh, is this your house? He says, this house look like my boy's quarter house. All that thing play on George Weah's mind. So that is, and then when he was senator, the house on 9th Street was used as a hotel. And who were renting it? It was a bit joint venture between Yvonne from Shack. They were using it, they had the King's Lodge, because he had a building, so that was the agreement. After that, business was not too good, they left it. And nobody would live in that house again. That house was a wreck. It was a poo-poo place. He became senator. President Weah never put paint, because President Weah was struggling. Thank God for God First and Edwin Snow and this boy from the LFA and whatsoever. They were helping George Weah. There's some days there were no light in that house. Let Liberian people stop lying. We should stop uplifting people for no reason. If you in your private life, we don't care about you, what you do. But when you coming into public life, you running for public office, then we scrutinize you, how you did it, where you came from, and you want us to trust you. You know, Prince Johnson, as much as he's not an honest old man, he said the truth, but he don't live by the truth. He said that President Weah could not take care of his money. He make that Liberian money he would take care of. If President Weah win, he would bring water. What Prince Johnson said, but he still supported George Weah. When George Weah was senator, he started fighting for money. He could not even open his mouth. He said nothing in the Senate. The reason of George Weah running as a senator was to learn how government works. But instead, he pushed it just to get on the ECOWAS committee. And he never attended most of the session. Ellen was afraid because she could not break through CDC. So what they would do, some days they would say, you're going to protest. While they're protesting, President Weah collecting the graduated. While they're protesting, when they call President Weah, he would say, you're slow down on the protest. That is how President Weah used them. Until Eugene Nangwe and others, even down to the Akara Gray and whosoever, they all planned for CDC not to participate in the second election. Ellen gave the money to Eugene Nangwe. They tried to take the money, use it to campaign, and Eugene told them no. Eugene said, listen, I'm not going to put myself in harm's way. Then let us give the money back, because it was Eugene Nangwe and others, they went to City Hall that day. You're listening to the story. It was clear, it's on tape. They went to City Hall and they said CDC would not participate in the election because the agreement was where, you can't win incumbent. But because they refused and confusion opened, Eugene took that money back to Ellen. They burned Eugene car that day. That how Eugene stuck with. That's why Ellen respected him. Eugene never damaged George Weah, never said anything, because Eugene Nangwe, I can tell you, Eugene Nangwe and George Weah went places. Went places, including FIFA president who gave George Weah up to $50,000 when America were investigating Sam Blatter. Yes. And what happened? Before they could come out, they said, oh, the man gave the money for school as a gift. No, it was not just a gift. They gave George Weah money for Liberia to give the vote to him. Yes. So these are all the things. That's why you see today people ask, what kind of relationship between George Weah and Eugene Nangwe? Because Eugene never disclosed certain things to Ellen Johnson. That is why Ellen Johnson respected him and trusted him. And today, who is Eugene Nangwe? Eugene Nangwe now is the Commissioner of Maritime, a very lucrative job. They got certain things in common. They let a woman business. They cannot play. They do the orgy and whatsoever. So they stick together. What happened with seditions? They cry. They finish with the job. Eugene Nangwe in charge. It seemed Akara Gray was not easy. He went back to CDC. He, Geraldine Doe, and whatsoever, he went back to CDC. You know what I'm saying? So all these things here, they stay in lane. They lie to the Liberian people. They put up fictitious budget and wealth. They say President Weah worth $83 million. People don't even follow George Weah, how much he already making soccer. George Weah was the least paid world best player. Challenge anybody. You compare all the world best players, and even the time George Weah was playing, because you know what? George Weah never had a manager or white manager to sell him. George Weah was the least paid professional world best. When he was in PSG, Roberto Baggio was making more than George Weah. George Weah was transferred for less than what? It was $11 million. Either between $9 or $11 million he was transferred for. While people then transferring for, at that time, the highest were almost like 20-something before it started going to 80, so it started going to $200 million. Okay, he was comfortable. That's good. But this man never built nothing in Liberia. President, we are never one day have party for the children in Liberia. What I'm saying, I challenge anybody to show it. Not a day. We were in Liberia during the war. Interim government, George Weah come to Liberia and play. We go on the football field. We meet him. We run around. He never one day. George Weah never one day. He lied the other day in Bassa, in Grand Bassa, in Magibi, that he went in the refugee camp to visit Liberians. And you see the broad day lies. President Weah said he visited Liberians in refugee camp. I challenge Karika, Mamadou Masekwe, Rodney Sie, what the boy is Nika, I challenge Kamo, I challenge all the guys. Let them show me one picture. By that time, George Weah never traveled with all journalists. You used to see a white guy that used to travel with George Weah when George Weah come to Liberia. Journalists behind George Weah in Ghana. Look, George Weah, after a game, I remember in Europe, they asked him because Liberian war was on. And he said, oh, I called the United Nations to go and my people are doing. George Weah never went to none of the peace talk. Joshua, I never visited no refugee camp. None. From Nigeria to Ghana and Ivory Coast. People went there to beg George Weah. Some got it, some never had it. You know what I'm saying? I videotaped the game between Liberia and Togo, Liberia and Tunisia in Ghana. You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing this group, playing the football. I was not one of the person who go after people because I was always myself. I don't follow nobody. Because if you got money, if I want to follow rich man, maybe I'll be beyond my brother. But I don't follow nobody because I want to express myself to you tomorrow. So if you got money, you got to be my friend. I can't be your friend. I can't make friendship because you got money. Even if you're my best friend and you got it, you will have to encourage me to come around because I don't want you to yell at me tomorrow because you must, look, I cannot be a friend of my boss. Then, back to America and back to all these things. I never went to George Weah. George Weah sent for me. May his soul rest in peace. Jones Blamo, his wife, Tenant Blamo. Tenant stay alive. I call her name all the time. They came to me, convinced me for 2-3 weeks that President and George Weah said he want to see me if they can find me. If they can find me, if they can find me, if they can find me. Finally, other people talk. And I went to Rhode Island and I met him. I was so happy. And I explained, I said, listen, I'm a photographer, but I'm not just an ordinary photographer. I love politics and I will try to give you my ideas. You see, Darius remind me about myself. The people that he surrounded himself with helped him a lot. T.C. Gould, Kabina Janet. Then he worked with Darius. I worked with Serenius Fall, one of the earnest men I ever met. Maybe if I want to work with a crook for my first time, I was going to be a crook. But one of the earnest Liberia I've ever came across, Serenius Nye Fall, a crewman, Dr. Fall. He brought me into government. I started with Labor Ministry as a driver up to Inspector General. He brought me in. Honesty is a good thing. It might be slow for them to notice you, but you will be noticed when you are an honest human being. That's what happened between the woman and myself. That woman opened my first bank account in Liberia at my Radiance Bank. He considered me to be his son. He never called my name. And that's the only Liberian man I ever work with. I don't know if I can work with other Liberians. I barely support people easily. I do not refuse calls. I do not accuse you of something. But when you bring me closer to you, when I get to know you, if you're not a good person, I cannot stay there. If you don't take my advice, I would not stay. All my friends know me. The best Munel Kishen to know is to be friend with me from a distance. Don't let me know your dirty deeds, because when I know your dirty deeds, I will try to advise you. And if you cannot continue, I'm out. I respect my name. I respect the color. I don't do anything that will cause people to disgrace me easily. You know that song say, I'd rather be a free man in my grave than a slave in the water. Bob Marley. So I'm trying to say this. That is how I was close to President Weah. I was not one of those who sat on a plane and go from those places to that place. No. The same way he take phone and we talk politics. Oh, Muni, I want you to buy this ticket for this person. Oh, Muni, can you bring this person? I got a lot of words. I'm not going to call the names. Buy the ticket. When I come, I will give it to you. Oh, can you come to Florida? I want to do this. I want to do that. I did George Weah fresh graduation. I was the only person in there. But I felt discouraged. I was one of those who said, President Weah, you need to run as a senator so Liberian people will understand. Then when you go there, you use it as a springboard. But when he went there, he joined a group. That is where I felt discouraged. Rodney C. call one of his board. Oh, President Weah, I want your number. I said, who told you Weah don't have my number? George Weah got my number. Finally, my phone rang. He said he's in England. Oh, Muna, you know election coming, blah, 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 blah. He started waiting for him to explain. I said, oh, that's good. He said, you on board? I want you to come to Liberia and you know the pictures and this and that. I said, listen. I said, we got to trash certain things. I said, I'm disappointed in you. Oh, what I did again? He thought I some nonsense I couldn't tell. I said, I've still never felt your presence as a senator, and you never show to Liberian people that you in the interest. But, oh, okay, you know what? I'll call you back. And in fact, my flight about to load, to board. We're about to board the flight, I'm sorry. I said, okay. He never called me. When I look after 1 week, someone called me. I'm going to call the name. He said, oh, my man, you know, your man talked to you, and blah, blah. I said, listen to me. If the man could not answer my question, or for us to sit and talk as a man on the phone to say, yes, Monet, I made a mistake and this and that, who are you to call me? I said, forget it. I'm out. I'm not going to get in no election to make myself look stupid. If he cannot accept it now, you think you accept it tomorrow? And let me reverse. At his graduation day, it was T. Swain. May his soul rest in peace. And Ase Tie, Karika, all the guys. He said something about Joe Nambe. Every one of them followed. Yeah. I stood up to him. I told him, he said, that nonsense. Joe Nambe got nothing, Eugene Nambe got nothing to lose. You can't do nothing. Oh, you do know what? Karika all of them stood up to him. People, oh, Mooney forget. I said, no, I will not forget it. So this is why I know this man. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know the attitude of human being. So when I see people talking about George Weah, he this, that. I just, to be frank, he made us ain't catch me. The juju he used on the people, he ain't catch me. I never sat down and drink or liquor with George Weah. All the hang out, we hang out. I'm the kind of person, when I respect you and try to work for you, I protect you from, nobody used to take George Weah picture. We go to a program, George Weah can do all his nonsense. I said, nobody use cell phone in this place to take picture. You want picture, you come to me. And I've told me, oh, Mooney, I need some picture for you to write a book. I said, go and find your own picture. Go and find your picture. I'm not going to release no picture for George Weah. I'm not going to release anything. Video. George Weah used to send me his videos from Europe to transfer them to PAL. And I will edit it and send it back to him. I'm saying it. People know. People listen to it. They know what I'm talking about. When you say some of us, we greedy, we hate George Weah. I hate George Weah for what? I never supported George Weah in a going election. Why would I want something for President Weah? Nothing can turn my eyes. Nothing. We get to understand. So I decided, I told them, say, leave it. And I started checking around. I started looking at all the candidates. Until I came across Cummings. I read his CV. I read all his. I said, this guy is good. But the fact here is that Liberian people don't know him. Liberian people don't know him. There's a lady in Maryland sent for me. They won't bring the whole company. I said, you forget it. And Magnus, everybody, oh, Mooney, want you to be part of us. I just decided on my own that they just saw, boop. I said, listen, I'm filing Cummings. We're not going to win the election, but I will campaign on internet. I will sell Cummings. I know we will not win, but we will get into a comfortable place. And I said, and we never won. Now we came to Darius DeLong. I don't know Darius DeLong. You know, all my friends say, but the people that you can follow, I say, listen, you don't know that. I don't need to know you personally. There are so many ways that you can know about people. I can read about you and know you. If I'm interested in you, I will look at if you've been doing the work before. I can follow you and see what you've been doing, what some of the mistakes that you've been making. And I can contact you and send a little text and say, but it's all about Liberia in public life. Let me make you understand this. You think with your head if you're in public. You don't think with your heart. When you think with your heart, you will be too personal and emotional and hurt people because you will not want to hurt the one you love. You will try to suppress other people. Now, if you are thinking with your head, you will not be afraid to tell your friend if he's wrong or she's wrong. And good leaders will accept responsibility. It's a sign of strength when you say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, do not continue. When you refuse to say, I'm sorry, then the case continue. If you wrong someone for the first time, you can take it back. If you know that, that's why it make you to be a leader. If I tell you I'm sorry, that it will slow everything down. I'm sorry, not going to take nothing from out of you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know the person Dylan. I went to Liberia 2018. I ran campaign for my brother. He was contesting. And before I went to Liberia, I told my brother, I said, listen, you're my brother. But this thing you put in your hand in, understand that it got nothing to do with brothers. Because if you mess up, I will be the first person to handle you. Oh, no money. We talk. I went home. Then I saw how election operating like as an independent candidate, going to neck, sleeping in Todi. I can close my eye and draw the entire district of Montserrado. From Todi to Rossville, from District 17 and District 13, 12, Organosville Road, all the way to West Point and whatsoever. I visited these places 5 months. I never went on the beach. I never enjoyed myself because I was very careful. All my friends that invited me in the night, nope. I decided not to visit none of the seditions in the night. You see me in the day, that's it. They can be having a party, nope. I travel alone when I want to hang out. I go to some places that you never thought I went at. Yes. So, I came back. Then Darius Dillon decided to get in the race. Who is Darius Dillon? I started finding Darius Dillon. Oh, this is the same Darius Dillon who was with Ellen Johnson. I know him, but he don't know me. He's a casual thing. And he has seen me before, but he don't know me too. This is the Darius Dillon. But you know, this guy had the opportunity to get rich. Sat in the kitchen with Ellen and did all kinds of things and left. And still criticized Ellen. And refused to work with work. Look, I started following him. I said, no. That's the same thing with Costa. People say all kinds of things about Costa. But Costa had the opportunity that he could stay there and get rich with all his talking, yes. And still, that is what other young people doing. It's not about the money. It's not about money. Something that is not part of you, if you try to be part of you, is for nothing. Don't waste your time. And Darius Dillon started being consistent. And then I found out that Darius Dillon was so Gemini. Like I'm June 1st here, I think this in May and 30th something. I said, the guy, yes. Darius Dillon myself almost. You know, I just fall in. I started following him. I said, this dude got something, integrity. This dude is honest. This dude has integrity and the empathy. Yes, and empathy. Okay, y'all hold on 1 minute. Yeah? Hold on 1 minute. 1 minute, please, guys. Hello? 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 Yeah. I'm online and are you calling me? I know I'm online. I want to man. I hear in the background. You watching the show. Why you talking? You not call. Oh no, because they call it good. I using my iPad and then I got my other phone monitor and then the other phone rang. So I saw it and I said, "Let me pick it up." Oh yeah, from this morning I've been enjoying. I think you get from this morning. If they. Oh, don't worry. I was talking. He said, he said, Mr. Kishan, I'm mad with you. I said, oh, come on. Why you go sit down there? I just to say, I'm sorry. Finish. Yeah, I will soon be done, but trying to talk here. Tell me, man, okay. Yes, you see, people watching, they're calling. So these are the things. This man, then he won. I said the burden of proof is on George Weah to prove us wrong. But I knew that George Weah was never going to change. He would never take responsibility. This man hold petty things against people from the day he was playing for IE. This man hold things against people from the day he was playing for IE. Yes. Hold things against people. Look. Let me bring it back again. To see James Diba broke down in tears. You sent for your friend. What James Diba did to you so much. According to our constitution, is the right of every librarian to work. You need to give them, you need to appoint them as, they don't need political appointment. But you want show off. You kept him for 7 hours at foreign ministry and then you took the back road and left. That is wickedness. President Weah is evil. Whether you're lucky or not, he's evil. And the only advice I got from President Weah, do not tamper with these people vote. President Weah, don't do it. Don't get involved. Deviator Brown, You see this thing, do not get involved. You'll be putting yourself as arm with. You do not get involved in this election. It's Deviator Brown. Do not tamper with the people vote. The writing is on the wall, is clear. The people have spoken and they have proven it. They don't give a damn. They are prepared, because if you make mistake and turn that result around, it's a mess. The blood will be on your head. The world is watching. The international community is watching Liberia. Liberia with nothing. We should start bragging with nothing to the international community. They can just put a thumb over us and we're done. What President Weah is doing, he's dragging Liberia into a mess. He have already putting us into a septic tank. Money, money, money. I see today. And let me give you a little statistics. Maybe we didn't get it yet. Darius Dillon have acquired more voters. He lose nothing. Nobody. He lose one vote yet. What a Jemima Wolo Colley, who don't even respect herself, George Weah called them and bribed them, and she took, that's their business. Whether they can endorse Sir Joseph today or Thomas Falau, they still taking nothing from them. The DJ Blue, whatsoever, they can go to Thomas Falau. It will not take one vote out of Darius Dillon. I said it about DJ Blue before. When we were there campaigning, DJ Blue came to, I won't call who he was negotiating with, that we should pay him to get out of the race. I'm saying it now. We should pay him. This is my first time saying it. This is my first time. All the guys, don't mind it, they got a radio station. They are dishonest people. And this election will prove them that at the end of their political career, every one of them, we know they are sedition. The only person who endorse yet is Harvard. So they're not taking nothing from Dillon. And let me tell you this. No registered member from the 4 political parties, I can close my eye, I can put my life on the line, they would not vote against Dillon. Member, registered voters from the 4 political parties will not vote against Darius Dillon. When it comes to the COP, everybody will vote for Darius Dillon. CDC, from day one, they were 28%. Individual, when we're talking about separate, if all the parties go separately, then CDC get a chance, because CDC alone gets almost 28% of the votes in Montserrat County. When CDC combined with NPP, forget about LPD. LPDP are nothing. That is same people they just talk to the entire party. NPP, the one that brought life to CDC. NPP brought life to CDC. They won the first round with 38%. 3 political parties won with 38%. In the second round, George Weah won with 61.2%. My people, even you go to school before. How you think George Weah won the election? You think that CDC alone gave an election? No. People from other political parties like Ben Senvi or other people from different parties who say, listen, I will vote against the establishment, I will vote against the ruling party, I will prefer George Weah. That is how he got the 62%. But within the first 6 months, these people left. They left CDC. They said, listen, we made a mistake. We made a mistake. They turned against him, they defended Patrick, and then other seditions turned against him. So right now, CDC is around 25%. 25%. Don't let nobody fool you. Don't let them, according to faith. That's why sometimes when I'm on Facebook, I just believe that we're talking to ourselves. But the people in Montserrat County, how Gilman will sit in America, who never went to Liberia before, tell you about CDC winning Montserrat? How can Prince Sheriff tell you about CDC will win Montserrat? And they're sitting right here. And you listen to radio every day. I listen to radio station, the 50-50 also ever. Even on the T5 radio station, they put out a pool all the time, Darius Dillon beating. Why would you be afraid? CDC don't own Montserrat County. 4 political parties. And I said, they said they will resign. If they win Montserrat, I will not come on Facebook again. I will not come on Facebook. I will apologize. In their dreams, they even try to cheat because I know in Liberia by 11 o'clock, they will know the results. In America, by 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the night, we will know the result. And once we come up with that result, if we lose that result, we'll say, okay, that means we convince. If we don't lose that, if we win, Deviator Brown can dance, he can go to George Weah house, he can sleep there 10 times, George can get a whole money. If she turn that result around, she will understand that they get a Liberian people to deal with. Then in Cape Mount, they got people coming from Sierra Leone, attacking Liberians in Cape Mount. They voted in Cape Mount. They almost killed Sam Taylor. The man escaped for his life. Yes, President, we are condemning it, but they need to investigate. They need to investigate. Look, something happened in Liberia for the first time. Because of one man, other politicians have changed today. They are changing because of one man. Some people say, but why are you voting for some old senator, Sano Johnson, and all the guys that were senator before? But because of Darius Dillon and the way Darius Dillon started to talk, people started to change. Oh, look at Samuka. Samuka was convicted or this and that. But every one of them have decided to sign up, to drop, to reduce their salaries. When you look within the CPP today, we got 5 women candidates. Look at CDC. Look at CDC. CDC got all men. CDC pulled up all corrupt individuals. You got Besonga who sold a Liberian passport. Besonga, he sold our passport to criminals. He sold the passport to criminals. Yes, to criminals. But today, President Weah put him on the ballot. They put him on the ballot today. He ambassador. The people voted against you before. What make you think that you will do better again? What make you think you will be better? Tell me. What make you think you'll do better? No way. No way. These are all criminals. Thinking that when they're in charge, and they will look at look at this guy, Dan Moriah. Look at this one. Or Bojo from Maryland. Or Bojo from Maryland. Yeah, from Maryland. Then you got this other guy they call the T5. 15 years representatives. 15 years. You not hear one sedition tell you, say, hey God, we wish we can get 2 T5. No. What are people singing like, bro? They pray for $10 they don't to change things around. That's what they pray for. All kinds of crook. All kinds of people. Then you got this other guy here from what the place needs Bon County. Yeah, Bon County. Let me look for his picture self. Look at this one. Look at this one here. Yala. That the people don't want. Yala was an MPP man. The people say they want to primary him. He went to. Can you imagine in the same coalition, but he switched to CDC. Joshua, not even shame. He campaigning for corrupt people. He never visited the camp, the people in less than in almost 3 years. He never visited no counties, but he got a mind. He went to Nimba County and all. You talking about Jeremiah Kuhn. You got Prince Johnson, another super killer, but supporting Jeremiah Kuhn. He already got a job. He's a representative. The people of Nimba, what you're doing? What you're doing? You got options. As much as I don't like Ellie, Ellie made it clear. You made a mistake before, you can get it right now. You made a mistake before. Prince Johnson don't own Nimba County. Prince Yeru Johnson, he's not the owner of Nimba County. Why Nimbabe afraid of Prince Johnson? There will be no war coming to Liberia. No war coming there to say some president going to get and go. After George Weah, we're going to get a decent leader. That one thing I know. That people will be free. It's not going to be glory. It's not going to be a magic touch. But Liberians should be prepared for things. Liberians want good things. We should work for it. We don't want nothing free. But we need our leader to teach us. They got the people in Liberia who believe that the wrong thing is all good now. And we continue to do the same old thing and get the same result. We go against our constitution. We don't even know what the constitution is all about. It's the only document we have that makes us to be a country, and we don't abide by it. Then we come to the referendum. The constitution says that 2/3 of the voters, when they vote for anything, that's it. Because George Weah them, 2005, they refused, they boycotted the referendum. That's why it went through. 2011, they boycotted the election, and Ellen took it. She had 2/3 of the votes. You know what I'm saying? Do not vote, do not boycott the referendum. Vote no. Look on the referendum and say no. What is not done correctly is not done at all. Vote no on the referendum. Vote no on the referendum. These guys have their plans. This man, like this man, is this a serious thing? You then see zombies. Who are zombies? Zombies are people who are not dead and cannot die. You got to either take off their hat before they pass out. How can our president in a hardship? People, the country is so hard. President Weah is dancing zombies. From jump over a, which sound better, to zombies, people who drink blood, people who are killers, who died already, and they're walking around, they can't stand good. And our president, then people, somebody say, oh, listen, if things are going well, we don't care what President Weah do. You think the other countries don't have corruption? But they are trying their best to do things. Then you in a small little country, President Weah, you made a very big mistake. Gone are the days. You wish you were president when Doe were in charge. Maybe the Doe time. But now, the people's eyes are open. The people's eyes are open. And we will continue to educate them. We will continue to educate them. We're not going to sit there and think that Liberia is your farm. No. Liberia is not your farm. The money you enjoying today, that taxpayer money. Taxpayer, that is money. So do not, please, go against the voters' mandate. I will tell you today. Don't do it. Please. Don't do it. Because this man that they call DeLong, that the people chose here, whether you like it or not, that the people choice. Darius DeLong is the choice of the people. Don't force it. That his time. Everything got time. Whether you like it or not, everything got time. So the people have decided to vote for Darius DeLong, and they will vote for Darius DeLong. They will vote for Darius DeLong. If you cannot change, 2023, you out. The same way we voted you in, we will remove you, or you might end up resigning. Because the pressure will be on you, just how you left the soccer game. You left without even finishing your contract, and you left. You know, it's so sad that people that don't know about George Weah, it really, really sad. But anyway, let me take a quick break, and I'm going to get myself a glass of water, and we will come back. So I'm going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back. I will leave you with the Darius DeLong promo. So we must vote no on the referendum. And don't forget to vote number 2. So this is my boy.
Hey! All right, it has begun. Yeah, we go. All right, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, come on. Everybody, come on, let us move forward. That's DeLong we carry. Darius DeLong we carry. Hey! He's a man of character, principles, discipline. Oh yes, understand. Are you ready? Get on board. That's DeLong we carry. I give the thought to you ever somebody. A man of impeccable character. A man of principle, discipline, intelligence, so humble, God-fearing. Oh, Oh, them ladies, beautiful ladies. I want to put your hands in the air and shout out I met this group of Ghana boys way down outside, and they were looking at a picture of Darren Dillon. Then they started to say, money we don't have, diamond and gold we don't have. But in the name of the Almighty God, they trip for Dillon, they trip for Dillon, they trip for Dillon, they trip for Dillon. Everybody come and tell me, say, who you carry Dillon? I want you to shout and tell me, say, who you carry Dillon? Everybody come and tell me, say, who you carry Dillon? I want you to come and shout and say, who you carry Dillon? Dollar, Dillon, dollar, Dillon, dollar, Dillon.
Yes, Dillon is the light. The people of Montserrado are the hydro. The hydro send, they power up everything for that light to shine. Dillon just had that opportunity to be on the ballot, but it's a blessing. Dillon is the messenger. He's just the messenger, and the messenger, a very good one too, effective one, the one who are in the interest, who is in the interest of the people, the one who believe that we need a better school, better health care. Dillon never campaigned to tell you he's going to build roads. That's not his responsibility, because if Dillon start to build roads, that means, hey, there should be no public work ministers. But they fooled you guys, took the public works machine, gave it to Thomas Falla, and start to use it as if Thomas Falla had the money to build roads. It is not your responsibility to build roads. You cannot build your stuff and then you say it's an achievement. No, your achievement is for yourself. It's an individual achievement. You build hospital, you build this. The people are paying to enter. They are paying. Yes. Like Sir Joseph built schools. Sir Joseph decided to use his money. He getting money from other organizations abroad and whatsoever is good. But that's not his responsibility, because he don't know. So everything he's doing is to keep himself in there. So once you continue to do these things, the people are going to be lazy, and the next thing they will vote for you. They will continue to vote for you. But thank God that Darius Dillon had brought something. If President Weah is smart enough, this time around Mr. Weah, call Darius Dillon and congratulate him after the election. Congratulate him. Don't act petty. Don't be so small and talking about you don't speak to the person and whatsoever, because you have never called Darius Dillon one day. And some of my friends who, it's sad, man. It's sad. The disgrace. Some people just believe, and when you're out there, I'll call your name. And my poor little friend, Dave Jackley. Dave Jackley going to Liberia. He got on his beret. He took picture with T5. But what Dave don't know, that everybody waiting to see the picture with he and George Weah. Maybe Joshua Bonner will talk to George Weah and they will take picture with him. At least President Weah, if he can take picture with Jackley, it will be better. So Jackley friend can laugh at him, because the frustration will end up killing that boy in America. Please. And some of my friends who leaving from here going to Liberia, I want you to be very careful. I will not call your name. Some of you guys are very close to President Weah, and other people are not happy. Be careful. People die for no reason. People die for little things. Be very, very careful. Nobody say you can't be friends with George Weah, but know that you are threatening other people's jobs. That's how they feel. Liberia, the thing again, Liberia to kill people, eat plenty all over the country. Liberia is a wicked place right now. The drugs, all kinds of things they got in that place there. So be very careful. Now, all I can say, be very careful. And some of you guys who think you can get on Facebook and you make all the statement, worry about yourself, because you're going to go back into your communities. You have to apologize to people. You have to do a lot of things. President Weah's name will be in history as the 25th president of Liberia. He will be by himself, or maybe he might be in jail. But you will be in your community, and people will remind you of your dirty deeds and your dirty statement that you were making. While people were dying, you were rejoicing and say, well, death, it happened before people dying a long time. People dying mysteriously. And the government, look, when we say the government, the police, not even, look at the 3 children that died. Up to now, I listen to the other sister, the police cannot tell them what kind of investigation or whatsoever. I'm not accusing anybody, but they are Liberians. They are Liberians. And you know, somebody said, oh, President, we are saying, even if the people that are boyfriend and girlfriend are not your business, they said, what President we are saying. But what the Justice Minister said, that these people died from carbon dioxide in the car. That means they were boyfriend and girlfriend in the car. What happened with the 3 other guys, the other men?
Are you scared?
That is so sad. People are dying mysteriously in Liberia. What happened with the police guy that got killed? They killed him. Is there any investigation on? Nobody know yet. Nobody know. But one thing I will tell Liberians, we shouldn't turn against our police. We still got professional police. They know. But we got people who are not professional, like Patrick Sulu, he's on CDC police. They got someone there at CDC. But I believe that the police, they know, they're careful, because they're killing them too. They're killing them. And if you think you're going to come out to harm your own people when President Weah gave you the order, the military, they will not even get involved. The military are there for the people. The military get a very good leadership. Prince Johnson will not listen to anything wrong. The information, George, I want to remove him and send him to the UN. The boss said, no, I'm not a diplomat. So he's taking how to remove him because he wants to use the military to protect him. You know what I'm saying? That dictatorship, we will slow it down. We will slow it down. The people are suffering. Right now, people cannot, you won't believe it, people cannot even go to the bank to get money. People cannot even go to the bank to get money. There is no money in the country. They're suppressing the US dollar to drop, but there is no liberty. Where is the liberty? People got money. They go to Mac. I said today, not to say people are that today I understood that. People going to the Mac machine. No money in the Mac machine. Nothing. Only the guys are wicked. They got the physical cash sitting with them in the houses, and other people struggling to get it. They're keeping the money. You go to President Weah's house. According to intelligence, they say, no, there's no secret around our president. George Weah got a stack of liberty in his house. They got stacks of liberty sitting with them. Brand new money. Why other people can see it? They lie, they continue to lie until even things that is right, they lie about it. You have catch up with them. So, Akara Grace said he will resign, but he's not going to resign because he's not contesting. He will not resign, and I bet him because that the only job he depending on. That's the only thing he depending on. He will not resign. Sir Joseph said he will resign. Moroba Molo on the Sion gossiper and the state witness or George Weah. Even Jimama Wolo called too, she damaged and she said Jefferson Koji tried to kill her. But my question here, they brought her back to the party. We don't know yet. We don't know if they brought her back to the party because she was expelled. $5,000 make her to drop her integrity. $5,000 George Weah gave them and said, oh, y'all go contest. Because they said, George Weah told them to get out of the race. They said they spend money. But so George Weah just gave them that little thing. Look at her. Look at Jimama. You know, she's popular. She's know how to organize. But, Omar, you lost it. You will never be respected within CDC anymore. I will tell you this today. For free. City George Weah, you think you know, you don't know him. You will never be respected because or what he did. He brought you, he gave you money and convinced you, and you changed within no time. He would never respect you. Joshua never respect you. Just waiting for the time to be over. That was the only audience with George Weah. George Weah going to reach, will get at everybody who went against him. That's George Weah. His heart is evil. He just like, he's the other version of President Trump. He's the other version. You hear your president campaigning in Bon County, talking about his vice president indirectly. You expect that woman to be free around you? No. That woman in Georgia will not sit on the table anymore to eat because she afraid for her life. Yes, she afraid for her life. She afraid. She afraid for her life. That is the thing. She afraid for her life. Now she's in Ghana. I think she went to attend CFOS coordination because I think they ordained him. But I don't think she'll be back before the election, be there for the election. Because they're trying to kill her. Akara Gray right now, let me tell you the real truth. Akara Gray right now, he afraid for his own life. Because the information is that the man took a Jew to Liberia. They say the Jew is in contact with the Prezo. You know when the Prezo, when the Prezo, anything you own for the Prezo, and they say they get to the Prezo something that, you know, when they say woman are medicine. Maybe when he and the girl were in there doing a late thing, he told the guy, say, all that killing, I know all the people are doing the killing. So right now, your man is afraid for his life. Afraid for his life. It's so sad. It's sad, oh my people, it's sad. Liberia, most of the guys, they are in mess. Most of them. So your man get a Jew there, the Jew gone. The man took the Jew from America. The president get a Jew. So it's not easy. You know what, for you, for me. So your feel sorry for your man Akara Gray because he said he will resign. Molba Molu when he got it so much president. I can forgive that one day. They just waiting for the election. Molba Molu will not be there for 2023. He cannot. It's sad. They don't know. They don't know the man they're dealing with. You know, I'm happy that some people get to know, but the people who are ready turn against CDC are the seditions. You know, some people right now, I feel sorry for them. Michael Gilman lying on Facebook, how opposition playing. I said, look, you know, the thing remind me of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the government, but he lying that the Democratic Party tried to do this. Gilman was on TV, on his page, explaining how the opposition say the people who were there before, they are all opposition and they are all poor workers. Now they will suppress seditions. So if you don't even have mass, you'll not vote. But you know they're so stupid. They mask thing, the people telling everybody to wear masks. So you not to be disturbed or to be stopped because they will say, well, you not vote because you don't get a mask. Carry a mask with you. But they say everybody should wear a mask. How the opposition trying to block sedition from voting? What? I said the boys them playing the same book of Donald Trump. For what reason? The Lena boss, Kwame Weeks, and Michael Gilman, uncle, and they all started the GDET hot stuff. The only person who not with them is Octavius Gilman. He's a different dude. Someday he talk, but he speak his mind. So he's in Liberia. He can come to America again. He put Gilman on the payroll. So Gilman, listen to me, and I challenge Gilman. He getting money from Liberia to continue the propaganda. Then you got Prince Sheriff, you got Michael Dunn, you got the other one in Canada. All these guys, what they're doing, they're paying their cable bill. That's all. Every month, they get a little $200 to pay their cable bill. That's all they're doing. So they send the lies out. But The lies is not reaching to Liberia. The lies is only coming to us because we the ones seeing it. How many person in Liberia listen to Facebook? The people know certain platform that they listen to, they go through in Liberia. The people listen to radio station, and the radio station, only 2 radio stations in Liberia that in connection with the government is the Freedom FM and the LBS, because the other day LBS were on national radio station that's supposed to be for everybody. They were criticizing Dillon, how Dillon beat his ex-wife, how Dillon this, Dillon that. Y'all look at President Weah, who got up to 14-year-old girl pregnant. Y'all don't talk about it. You're talking about Dillon. You think every marriage, you think marriage is just what? Sweet something? Y'all prove it. Then Akara Grace say, oh, the man was drunk, he killed somebody, he hit somebody one time. Look at that kind of thing. You know, they're so cheap and petty. You don't even have nothing against Darius Dillon. You don't have nothing. The other day, Sir Joseph was on Spoon TV. When you heard Sir Joseph complaining that they should remove Darius Dillon off the show.
You got to a
Hey, when they should remove Darius Dillon off the show because Darius Dillon was getting ready to disgrace Sir Joseph, the Akara Gray, the one that text Fala say, you better teleport for Darius Dillon to leave. Because if Sir Joseph was talking nonsense, don't even know his responsibility. I will tell you now, Akara Gray text and Sir Joseph say, my man, tell the people from Spoon TV, say they invited you, they never invited Darius Dillon because Darius Dillon was getting ready to use him and disgracing and expose his lies. You see? So these guys, I don't understand. They shielded and President Weah. They blocked President Weah from even going for debate to explain to Liberian people that the same thing they're doing to Fala. Thomas Fala said, the senators are the chief administrator of the county, so they're supposed to know the people they're working with and whatsoever. You see how stupid? And Jefferson Koji was there clapping. And the funny part, like Jefferson Koji listened to, when he told that Jefferson Koji will put him in, he said, yes, he's supposed to know. Who told you that the senator, the chief administrator of a county? Then what the role of the superintendent? The superintendent, the commissioners, they're not answerable to senators, they're answerable to the president. They answer to the president. The senator don't need to know them. Do you know your senator in America yet? Do you know where they live? Have you ever been to your senator house to see people in front of houses? No, because the system work for everybody. Nobody go and stand in front of the senator or representative place. I need a back arrest. No, whether you're a Republican, you're a Democrat, with that stimulus check come is for everybody. But in Liberia, some people never receive the rights. Some era never receive nothing. They are corrupt. They steal. They are criminals, my people. Criminals. Criminals. Some of them came back. I started for some of them. They were there the other day. They came back now in Norway. Going 3 years. Some of them said their name will soon come up to that ladder. That ladder, things are going in the hole. Then your name will still come up. The thing are getting sweet. How your name will come up? Who would rather want to hold a job right now in our government? Who ready will want to get a job in George Weah government right now? Okay. After they have messed up everything. You got Samuel Tuel, who said that he would be the next president after George Weah. And then they even thinking that they can remove Joel. Either McGill or Samuel Tuel can go as VP or Bill Tuare. Look at that. How can you can't remove Joel? You cannot. It will be very hard. The agreement between you and Joel is from the NPP. That's what she brought to the table. She with her slot. That's her slot. And technically, if NPP get out, rather, there's no more coalition for you. There's no more coalition. Technically. Yeah. You just there to suppress your friends. People talking about George Weah had money, he did that. Even if George Weah got money, we paying George Weah to be doing his project. And government of inclusion. Any party, when they say government of inclusion, it mean that you should appoint opposition to opposition. But you can get them involved. When Ellen Johnson was appointing her election commissioners, George Weah recommended
You're not falling for
Deviator
anything,
Brown.
you're not falling for any social
Hey!
media.
George Weah recommended Deviator Brown. Sam Joe was on there because of Liberty Party. Other members then were there because of something. Ellen selected a commissioner. You know what I'm saying? So you make people comfortable. Yes, it is the right of the president, but smart. Be smart enough to get people involved. Call your political leaders, the other leaders, and say, listen, guys, the election is over. I need you. Can you guys come in for dinner or for lunch or something? Let us come and talk about this country. Sit down and drink. Even President Doe, the late President Doe, let me tell you what he used to do. He used to send for President Doe, the late President Doe used to invite Bacchus Matthew on the eighth floor on top of the mansion there and talk. No security. He used to invite Amos Sawyer, all the guys and they talk. That's what you do. But the president, he said, oh, I'm dealing with sedition. Right? You still don't deal with other people. Since you became president, you're president of Liberia. You're not president for CDC. You're president of Liberia. You have not even held an interview with other associate press or any other people like Tima Jarate. Why can't you have an interview with him? You got all these other people and Philip Wisse, all these guys. Why you can't have an interview with them? But you rather you go to Leggy who they will tell you, this is what we're going to say, and still you fail in a little interview. You cannot even tell the librarian. Nobody said that you should speak, you should be, you should use the big terms or whatsoever. But just your thoughts should have good sense. Sometimes when President we are speaking like he campaign, he running, I say, but what the man saying? Don't mind the people. Don't mind with this, with that. Wise man changes. What the man really talking about? And then people clapping. Just vote. Whoever will give you vote. Listen, you can vote for your president, but your representative, your representation is what matters. Your people, you vote for your senators or your representative. And just how we're going to replace them this time around, come 2023, we will replace them again along with the president. So when you look at it, Liberia is going to get right back and beyond. Because after we shall have voted and replace most of them in the Senate, we look for 2023. And the other senators and the representatives, we change most of them because we will be changing George Weah. We will be sending President Weah back to his place he coming from. Yeah. But do you think President Weah is going to leave easily? No. He's doing everything. If President Weah want to act smart, he should work with the new legislators to make things right. Then he will have a formidable side to discuss. He will be a little bit in a situation where they can argue. But if you think that you will just do your own thing, Mr. President, you're on the wrong side. I don't know who's going to advise you. I don't know who advising you or who's going to advise you. But one of the advice they gave you today, which was good, that you wanted to go to the Winter Chapel to visit. That was the biggest mistake in your life that you're ever going to make. Because you are not going to suppress the people from marching. You are just going to get stuck right down to the crowd go down. So thank God you went to your Bible church, and I want to commend you for condemning the violence in Cape Mount. So you need to investigate how under your watch people coming from Sierra Leone, working in Liberia, having guns and doing all kinds of things. And today again, you know, God first. You also saw Darius dealing with a bulletproof jacket today. Yes, they had to put it on him. There were people in the group who had knives and other things just to get closer to Darius Dillon to stab him. That is why he never appeared too long. I think he spoke for 1 minute and the security were too tense. They told him to leave. They had to get him out of there. They had to get him out. Yes, that was good. The information leaked out. We not for a group like that, there will be a lot of people who come in, but you know, it's not easy. Everybody does security around Darius Dillon right now. That is the good thing. You know, he said something the other day. He said the people that I live with, they are my security. I cannot fence my yard. If I fence my yard today, the next thing you will be out of my yard, you will not be my friend again. I live with these people. I built my house before even CDC was founded. I built my house before even Liberty Party was founded. So I live here, and that's it. Honesty. And they still got honest people in Liberia. We still have honest people in Liberia. And before I close, I will show you this video that I took from the conversation, only that part of it, that we should not give up on Liberia. We still got decent young children in Liberia who understand. The youth was the one who gave George Weah the victory. The youth will be the one who will destroy him and remove him from office. Today, for what you saw in Liberia, if you are not convinced that it's a tsunami, if you are not convinced that the people of Liberia have risen up and say enough is enough, if you don't believe it, that means you are not a Liberian. You're still living in a bubble where maybe something, then you need prayers. You need prayers, but we'll pray for you. We'll pray for you. You can say Darius Dillon is this and that. The people are resolved. There is nothing you can say that will convince the people about Darius Dillon to vote against him. No way. No way on earth. And I'm saying it again. If Darius Dillon loses this election, I will apologize and I will not talk about politics no more. I don't want to put my life on the line because I'm a Christian. I do not commit suicide. I don't put my life on anything. But my integrity, my whatsoever, I will resign from on Facebook to talk about politics. I know unless you don't check, unless you don't see what's going on, no way Darius Dillon will lose this election. And if you think you're going to cheat, on the wrong side, Mr. President. The people just want you to do the right thing. They don't hate you. They don't hate you. They don't hate you. No cell phone, wear your mask. Take a mask with you. If you can get 2, 3, 4, 5 masks, carry with you and give it to other people. People buying their own t-shirts. You couldn't find white t-shirts in the country. People going down waterside. People can buy more than 10. Do you know what it means? It have never happened before. It happened during the CDC time when George Weah started, but it was a strange thing right now. People say you don't get money, we'll give you money. Yeah. It's not about the money. He will get paid. But now we feel that we are part of the process because of the contribution. It makes us feel like, yes, we are part of the process because we put our money where our mouth is. It's not just you going to run, you bring the money, so when you win, what you expect? You're supposed to make your money back. It's a business. It's a business. You're not answerable to the president. You answer to the people. Yes. And what we don't know, don't you know that the people can raise 10,000 signatures and whatsoever, or depends on the amount of people that voted in that area. The amount of people you can raise, you can sign and remove your legislators, your representatives, you can remove them. Yes. But Liberians, they want you to be a beggar. They want you every day. You must go sit down in front of someone at Senator House and be begging every day. Good people, responsible people, for once, let it go. When they bring it to you, eat it, but vote against them. This is your future. This is your children's future and the future of Liberia if we want it right. It's not like moment like Jimama Wolo calling them, who went and started making fun out of other people as they were running on independence. She ran on Mandela Cooper, and Mandela Cooper endorsed Darius Dillon, so maybe that will piss off all. You say the man is not feminist in chief, but now today you're calling him back again feminist in chief. You look at the entire CDC ticket. You look at this entire CDC ticket. And the CDC ticket, you look at it. This thing here look like this thing here like you. You see any woman on list? Any woman on that list there, Chimama Wolokoli, any woman there, you condemn your party. You said that President we are pretending to be your feminist in chief, but no, they suppress you, that you cannot get on a ticket. They use someone else. But so today you came back yesterday on your little Facebook page and saying that Joshua is a feminist in chief. He called us and talked to us that he's right if he want to give us money and give us his personal gift. Don't tell me President giving you a personal gift of 5,000. Even according to the code of conduct, do you know how much the president will take as a gift? The president gave you the money to tell you to get out of the race. But then you came back to say that at the end of the day, you came and endorsed. That is not a problem. It got nothing to do with Daros. You never endorsed Daros to go back and endorse Fala. So all that endorsement is not strange. We know you guys were playing a game that it was not even worth it. But guess what happened? Your name, your face is still on the ballot. And every one of them who endorsed Fala today, their faces are all on the ballot. And some people will vote for you. Some of your people, because listen, you can be, no matter how small you are, you will still get 1 or 2 votes there. So you can go 10,000 miles. That is since seditions, one-on-one, they will beat you plenty. They will beat you plenty. So you see, the plans you had about stuffing the ballot and giving some of the votes to the other people who contesting and this and that, it's not going to happen again because you're not there. So we believe that nobody's going to give you votes. So if you're trying to push some of the votes on you and make it, look, this is so sad, but you have just lost it. You could have been a very strong woman that people would listen to you. You will never have get a position in that party to contest. Let me tell you. Who are you going to contest against? Who? Unless somebody die again, then maybe they want to consider you. But you're not going to contest, Mama. Please. Please. You know you and Yvonne, your share fans. You know that. We know your story. At the end of the day, when you go that low, that's what Joshua do to people. Yeah. Then you get another criminal, Bezonga. Bezonga, this one here, sold the Liberian passport, disgraced his family name. He was a senator in Grand Bassa County. The people voted him out. He disgraced his father's name because he did nothing. Now I'm a businessman. What makes you think that Bassa supposed to vote for you, you'll do better? You will do better. Where? Ellen Johnson took you there and lifted your hand. The people got pissed off. George, we are going again to go run campaign after he never went to meet the people. Thank you. Where? I'm sorry, man. Bezon. Forget it. Forget it. This is your last time to work. Maybe George, you might get you a smaller job again in the next 3 years that remaining. Yeah. So Chimama Wolokoli was expelled. We don't know when they brought her back. But it's still nothing. Then we got another one, Dan Moriah. Yeah, the Bojo from Maryland County. Then you get PYJ and Jeremiah Kuhn, the serial killer in the country, the man who destroyed a lot of lives and have the opportunity to be running around. So even when Park here talking about fighting to release Taylor, I don't blame him because if Prince Johnson can be in the country, then Taylor West be in the country too. But Nimba people, y'all need to send a message to Joshua if you're pissed off. Then you'll vote against Jeremiah Kuhn. They got people, listen, they got either way Gonglo. They got, what the boy said, Ty Wombe. If Ty Wombe wins, he's not going to settle for CDC. If either win, it will be a very good thing because she's on the CPP ticket. So we are part of the institution. But one thing I say that sometimes we have allegations against people, but we need change. We want experienced people. So the people of Nimba County will decide. You got good children, the good sons, the ones who put you first, but Jeremiah Kuhn is not in the interest because you got PYJ supporting him. PYJ is a liar. he vomit and eat it back. He supported Joshua. He came out and criticized Joshua. He told you how Joshua is wicked, Joshua is this, and he came right back again, and now he said he was sedition. So forget it. And the people in Bon County, Yala is nothing for Bon County. The people already want to vote against him. And the vice president told you, Joshua don't understand that Joel is the daughter of Bon County. Is the daughter of Bon County, and Bon County is NPP stronghold. Yep. We got a lot of NPP voters who will be voting for Darius Dillon. Lot. And then you got this other dude here who they call Tomo Fala, who don't even know the difference between a senator and a superintendent. He said that the senator is the number one. He's the administrator of the county. Jesus Christ. Jesus wept. Damn. Kissy man. You spot the Kissy people name. Yeah. I always say that they get 2 Kissy men in Moswell County. They build a whole village in his town. Yeah. You got all the people. Then you got a president who dance zombie anytime he feel like he dancing again in them. He dance zombie. He don't care about people. He has no empathy. He don't understand the hardship that people go through. He telling people that if there's no food for lazy man, there's no food. You gotta live by 2. You on your hustle. You will live by the hustle. This president telling Liberians. This president say you dancing. Eh? What is that? This is a disgrace to the office. Look, if things were going right, President Weah do all the things. Nobody care. He can go play football. He can dance. He can do. But think about the people. You can only think about sedition alone. You think you're giving 1 or 2 person, young person job or new faces. I don't care who the president elect. But the thing for the people, it should be in the interest of the people. I don't care if you get some kid or new face that nobody know, or maybe thinking that he was not going to work. Like you make Jefferson Koji and mayor, fine, but do the right thing. With all the things that are going on, the president is not even speaking. But you say, oh, why you say the man not speaking? You think because the president condemn the act whatsoever? This president need to encourage his people. Tell the people how the things are hard in the country. When you say it, that means you're not the one that causing it. You want to change it. But when you don't say it, that means you're part of it. We know things will be hard. We know things will not be the same. We know it's tough. But when you're not saying it to encourage the people in Liberia, when you encourage the people in Liberia, all these things will not happen. Seriously. You need to encourage the people, oh, we know things are hard. Admit that thing. Don't say, well, we know sometimes it can be all the hardship that we had sent last time 18 for that's not the point. That's not how our leaders speak. Our leader don't shift blame about 1847 hardship, this and that. You're acting just like the first time for people to die in the country. No. They honor your watch. We're moving forward. Although you took us back into the septic tank, but we're moving forward. But the president don't say it. He don't say these things. So the people are pissed off in Liberia. You shouldn't be afraid to listen. They will beat CDC like a market, like an old cop. Market dog and run. Old cop. Yeah. Old cop. To send the message to President Weah that if he don't buckle up, if he want to have a very strong election 2023, he better start working with the Senate and the House and start to do the right thing for Liberian people. Talking about Joe, we are the first time. He was the first to cut salary. You're not even ashamed, your little girl on D-Flow show today. Yeah. So guys, I'm going to put this little clip on for Darius Dillon and the ball who to show that we still got honest children in Liberia. Honest children in Liberia. So call your people back home. Tell them to vote. Tell them to vote. We need your support. We need their support. Tell them to vote. So I leave this with you. Y'all have a good day. God bless you. Y'all have a very good week. And you let pray for Liberia. There will be no violence. And God will subdue every wicked act that anybody wants to do. That God will will destroy all the wicked plans, that Liberians will live in peace. Please, when you're sleeping tonight and you're closing your eyes, just ask God, Lord, please protect Liberia. There are people there who planning. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, people are moving from place to place. They're having meetings, they're talking, they're planning what to do. They want to go ahead of us. They want to go ahead of Darius Dillon. They're planning, and their plans are all corrupt plans, plans that will damage. They don't care. They don't care how many lives will lost. They want, because let me tell you what they believe, that they can come out and change the result in the eyes of everyone, and they might end up going to court. That's the plan. Then while you're in court, and at the end of the day, the court will pass it, just like Donald Trump. Just like Donald Trump. They believe that you will go to court, and the court will come up and say, well, the man won. But we will not take it. When you suppress the people vote, they will come outside. And we will be there to encourage them, and there will be the end. President Weah, do not mess up your name and your presidency for stupid thing like this. You wanted, there are a lot of ways you can bring back your integrity or your leadership, or for the people to like you. But there's time for everything in life. There is time for everything in life. This is not a joking thing. We continue to tell you every day, but these guys are prepared. But only one person will make that announcement. It's Deviator Brown, the election commissioner. They can give all the plans. They can say we want this, but only one person that will be brave to come out after 2 weeks to announce, after Darius Dillon have won, and say, Stormo Fada win. Only one person can say it, and that is the person Liberians should look at. George Weah will not announce the results. President Weah will not announce the results. And I don't know what to tell Deviator. Your family, the Martin Brown and whatsoever, don't put your family into a dangerous situation that their children will live and pay for it. Don't do that. The announcement will not be given by President Weah. Darius did. It's clear. Nobody should fool you. Nobody should fool us. It's on the wall. It's written. So somebody said we borrowed a crowd, but that means the people against you. Somebody said, well, the people ain't get nothing to do, but that means they against you. Once they ain't get nothing to do and they came out. But there are a lot of people who supported Darius Dillon that never show up. I spoke to plenty of people today who sitting home and just watching the situation, and because they're working, they don't want no trouble, so they're not going there. They even want to walk themselves. Their protest will be the ballot. They will vote. So when you tell me that the people had nothing to do, it was on a Sunday, yes. Because we wanted to do it on Monday, people got to go to work. We cannot suppress people from working. Some of them get private jobs. We don't tell them to, we don't want them to leave. It's not like CDC who's suppressing civil servants that you must go on the stadium, or you must take people from all over. You giving it. You just saw people walking today. You saw people getting on bus. You saw anybody getting on bus to say the buses here pick people up from this point to that point. No, everybody went there on their own. On their own. And guess what? They followed the instruction. They went to church. After the church, they came out. They went to church. They prayed. Some people say, oh, but I thought the people said, oh, no, come out. Nothing. I beg you, man. The people came out and show off. And the whole world is convinced. Go on the other international media, on the outlet, you will see it. Yes, you will see it. So, you let pray as we go to bed tonight. By the time you pray, put like brother, God, please destroy their plans. God is the reason you brought Darius Dillon. He's just a messenger. Yes, he's just a messenger. But Liberia will rise again. You know, we have come like a cycle. We have reached to the point that we'll be talking. We will talk and change people. We will speak out and change our friends. Not everybody will be changed. You can get 100 people in the class, all A students. Not everybody going to succeed in life. So we will do everything with as long as God gave us breath to talk to our brothers and sisters, to help our people. And please, this coming Christmas, if you can make anybody smile, do it. If you can make anybody smile, for once, they need not to be your relatives. They shouldn't be your relative. They don't need to be somebody that you know. Look for $10. It can be same wave or whatsoever. Look for $10, $5, $20, $25. Just bless somebody. You need to bless. You need to send it to everybody. Just give it to this person that you don't know. Somebody that will be sitting, and trust me, that person will be waiting. And you see, it's good to give. That is why America is standing today. That is why America is standing. So let me play this tape. This kid who spoke at Darius Dillon program, but that's not the one coming up. And to see a Liberian that people sent you money from America, and you believe that, oh no, this money not for me. I think this money here will use this money for campaign. And Darius Dillon said something. It make Darius Dillon to shed tears. It make him to shed tears. And I myself, I shed tears when the first time I watched it. And people who were around there could not believe it because they can't happen to no young men in Liberia. We feel that all the young people in Liberia are criminals, especially the way they can dress. Yes. But honesty is something. It's hard for people to notice it, but when they get to know it, trust me, it's not easy for you to get out. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for watching. I love you guys. I love my country, Liberia. And we should vote no to the referendum. It was not done properly. We can still do that referendum in 2023. Let us say no. Let us go right back. Or it can still be, government got money. They can still have it within a year. But let it be done the right way. Thank you very much. God bless you. Call your people back to vote for Darius Dillon. So I will leave you with this interview, this little clip by Darius Dillon and his friends.
Aliu left me in Mageta the night. I went for a program and he gave us $10 US. Oh, that fellow, yeah? Yeah. And that speech he made that day to give us that $10 to our campaign was very emotional for any national leader to listen to and change. This is Aliu. Jala.
Ali, thank you. Thank you, Ali.
And since then, friends of Taylor and mothers in America, been in contact with you. Maybe you want to say something.
Okay. Thank you. To everyone. Thank you to everyone. Since that particular day, I was able to give that $10 until my heart, which I think have advocated a lot for us in the heart. Because for us, we don't want the people to go for you, but we want for the system to work for all. But we want to work for something for ourselves. Although now, see, I gave me that money. So I'm a first time to see Paul for America to say you get it for 2 normal. And to admit, I'm a young person. Although now I still have the entire money. And I said to my friend, that I still don't believe that money is for me. So I've been chasing after the senator. I'm also girl. If we can do it, if people can give us money for who are there, if other not, I'm not in school, I'm hustling, I work in a bed, I local hotel, and my salary is just $50 US. I went for. Other than I say, get in my possession, it's $495 US. said, go to the HQ. And I got one back, I my phone, came to the HQ, he chasing him. You're not to the HQ. I always follow him. So I came to clean, I bought a lot of people t-shirt. You see almost 4 different t-shirts in his bed.
Tell me, this guy?
There's my friend, I bought for him. There's my sister, there's a friend, and there's myself, yeah, and I'm going to surprise him.
Aliu met me in Bagetta with a knife. I went for a program and he gave us $10 US.
Oh, that fellow here?
Yeah, and that speech he made that day to give us that $10 to our campaign was very emotional for any national leader to listen to and change. This is Aliu.
Ali, thank you.
Thank you, Ali.
And since then, Friends of Taylor and Mothers in America, very important with you. Maybe you want to say something.
Okay. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone. Since that particular day, I was able to give that $10 in my heart, which I think have advocated a lot for us in the heart. Because for us, we don't want to have people to go for you, but we want for the system to work for all, and we want to work for something for ourselves. Other than that, till I gave me that money, so I'm a first time to see Paul for America to say you get people to no more, and to admit, I'm a young person, other than that, I still have the entire money. And I said to my friends, that I still don't believe that money is for me. So I've been chasing after the senator, I'm also girl. If we can do it, if people can give us money for over there, if other than I'm not in school, I'm hustling, I work in a net, I local hotel, and my salary is just $50 US. I went for. Other than I say, get in my possession, it's $495 US for America, and I committed to my wall of giving it back to the senator. I don't think it's for me, I think it belongs to the campaign team. So we go ahead. And the daily print whenever I have, I've been chasing him. This contact word that you are talking at me, bring them when all make me up. He said, go to the HQ. And I got one back, I my phone, came to the HQ, he chasing him. You're not to the HQ. I always follow him. So I came to clean, I bought a lot of people t-shirts. You see almost 4 different t-shirts in his bed.
Tell me, this guy?
There's my friend, I bought for him. There's my sister, there's a friend, and there's myself. Yeah, and I'm going to surprise him. And he said, oh, one day, where you going to the HQ? He said, no, the letter we have will use our own resources for you people to come home. Yeah, so honorable senator, we are saying people to you that we need you back in Bagetta. Your people are there. Can you imagine the senator went there? You are not having a face in the community. You are not having a face. So that community, everybody want you. You want to do it before they can be. You want to do it before they can be. So if they can be done tomorrow, I can say to you, open the floor for the senator. Yeah, that's more than you know.
Honestly, I would just say this. I will continue to say the same thing. Look, a young man like this, there are thousands of them out there, women and girls, who he represents. There's a mess. And they're only looking for something or somebody that they too belong and can be. Don't get all the money. Pay your school fees. Don't get all the money. Pay your school fees. Apart from that, I want to know for busy here in the camera. Pay your school fees so you can get in school. Get in school. Wherever you want to reach in school, in this country, you'll reach there. Right. Take that money, pay your school fees. Thank you for your understanding. Understand in this country is a rare commodity. And I say R-E-D. I say R-A-R-E. I learned to spell that one for integrity. Yeah. Understand. Maybe somebody didn't understand. Maybe somebody didn't understand what Aliu said. Aliu gave us $10 for a house or whatever can be true. And because it was live, some people who were friends of Taylor in America, they put money together and send it to him for himself, $495. He said he's been keeping that money to donate it to our campaign, even though he's not in school. Because he believes that our re-election is a redemption for this country. So all I'm saying, he shouldn't give all that money for our campaign. Let him pay his school fee with it. More will come. The place coming from, more will come. And it will pave the way for people like you and your generation. They're going to have a change. And you know, when a person is on camera, that you do watch it. Because you know what, remember? Hey, hello, how are you? People that Aliu, he ain't got time for the transportation you ain't got time. Yes. You put Aliu in the pool washing room, he will man that salon more than the power of $10 he's going to get for transportation. Yes. Because his heart is there, and even if the food that was supposed to bring delay, you will not get time for it. Yes. That people like that you need to wash up. So, consider it done. We're doing it, we'll get along with them. I got to announce it, I know that I never put him opponent here, but they talk about joking, they gallery, they will take in the job. Where I get my they will say, look at the one be saying that he's drinking. So let me give them the real thing of course.